like tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems, only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it, then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up, I had to get back up. I can't take no loss, you better call back up. Don't really need down to finish, I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big, better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Well, if you listen closely, Coach, you can hear the jet skis roaring in the bay just a few miles north of where we sit at Lambeau Field. Just a beautiful late summer day in Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
On first down. It's Chandler, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Devontae Adams, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
We got this at their own 25-yard line.
Set 90 Wolf. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Five.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The former second-round pick. This is Joe Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Here we go, team. 6-6. Pull it high. Check 37. Pilot, 64. Weak. Big grip.
On 3rd and 2. Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
On 2nd and 1, Rodgers, man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards the pick up there, move the chains. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on 1st down. On the counter, here's Jones. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Jones.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. A dump underneath to Jones. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw on 2nd down. Herbert, this one hauled in by Sample. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Come on, set. 60 oars. Greystone, travel. Snap.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Down. 8 reads. Protein spill. You ain't doing nothing today. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Go now. 50, plant. X3. 218, chop. That's the way. Go. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
General West. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, go.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 41 yards. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit us first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Focus 61, matchbox lights. Ready?
From the gun, a give to Mixon. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Let's go, no. Topper.
On second down, here's Mixon. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Complete to his tight end Sample. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Back to throw. Herbert, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
On the set. 42 the mark.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Green brings it in. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. On 4th down, Herbert. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And that'll make it 13-7.
Packers 13, Bengals 7.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Recon, 132 fighter.
From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56.
Operating from the gun. Herbert looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever...
This is caught inside the 15. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Austin Hooper. His second touchdown on the season. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
We go. 30 base. X3. 218. Chopper. Fox twitch. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert going deep for Eifert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career. And he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 33-yard line.
Win 18. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On 2nd down, it's Jones.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott Good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to the tight end sample. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch out.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Two-jet bomber.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He completes it to Boyd. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
At the 14-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bengals take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bandit! Bandit!
Looking to throw. Herbert. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down now, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
58.
59. Here we go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep or protest out of them. That's just who they are.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Ready? 8, read.
42's the mic. All you get is a headache.
Shoot.
And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.